Good morning. Happy Thursday to you. I hope you are all doing well. I thought I would pop on this morning to talk to you about something that's been on my mind quite a lot this year, strategic partnerships. I really believe that this year is going to be a year of some incredible partnerships in the business world. I think many of us are realizing that sometimes the best way to grow an idea is to plant it into somebody else's mind. There is such power in collaboration, in partnership, in pooling resources, and collective brain power and collaboration. And so my last post was about five types of strategic partnerships. And I really wanted to elaborate on that. For those of you that may be watching this on YouTube and don't follow me on Instagram or LinkedIn, to see that post, do go ahead and follow me on those channels. So Instagram at The Launch Strategist, and you can also search LinkedIn if you're watching on YouTube to see those posts at The Launch Strategist also. So for those of you who don't already know me, my name is Katrina Douglas. I am the launch strategist and I help CEOs, directors, business owners launch significant ventures successfully. So that could be a new business, it could be a new division, it could be a new service offering or a large scale project. So that's what I do. And everything that we do here at the Launch Strategist is based on our 6P launch framework. So today, like I said, I want to talk to you about the 5 types of strategic partnerships. Before I go on, welcome to those of you who will be joining me live, who are joining me live. Habib, I see you. Those that will be catching the replay, I appreciate your presence as always. So 5 types of strategic partnerships. First off, what is a strategic partnership? So a strategic partnership is essentially when you collaborate with another organization, another business that has a mutual goal, a shared goal, but are not direct competitors. There's no conflicts of interest, but you have a shared goal, a shared target market, and you collaborate for mutual benefit. So it's a mutually beneficial partnership where both parties get something of value out of it. And that's the key thing. It's really important that in any strategic partnership, it's mutually beneficial. And it should be clear what the value is for both parties. So whenever you're thinking about partnering with someone, one of your first questions should be not what can I get out of this, but also what value can I bring to a partnership? Why would this organization, why would this business want to partner with me? What is in it for them? Because a partnership that is skewed or only one side gets benefit from it will never work long term. And for me, the beauty of strategic partnerships is that a lot of times they are long term. And so we're talking about the launch phase here. And so in terms of getting out of the gate, they can be very, very powerful. But the beauty of partnerships is that often they're long term. And so there's long term benefit. And any relationship that is long term, there needs to be value on both sides. So that's the first thing about strategic partnerships, and that's what strategic partnerships are. For those of you who aren't familiar with my lives, this is the one time I always say, this is a time when you get to pick my brain for free. So if you have any questions about launching, the launch process, about strategic partnerships, do pop them in the comments and I will always answer your questions. Even if you're watching this after I've gone live, I always come back and I'll answer the questions for you. So that's what strategic partnerships are. So in terms of launching specifically, why they can be beneficial is because, one, they can give you a credibility that you may not have, not because you don't have the expertise and know-how, but because you're not known in the marketplace. And when you partner with an organization that perhaps is more well-known, but has a gap in terms of it doesn't deliver what you can deliver, but you collaborate together, it can strengthen your credibility. It gives people peace of mind that actually that they can trust you because a partner that they trusts you enough to partner with you. So it can give you credibility. Also, if you want access to a new market that you don't have access to, but you can add value to that market that perhaps current players can't, then it gives you access to a market that you wouldn't otherwise have. So it's a real strong route to market if you're starting out, if you're heading into a new area or new market that you're not familiar. So it can be really, really powerful way to launch and really have increased impact. But like I said, always be thinking about, why would this partner want to partner with you? Because there's a lot of brands, a lot of, the most common brands, they probably have people contacting them all the time about partnerships, about working together, but often it will be from a mindset of, what can you do for me, not what can they do for you, as opposed to what can you do for them. So always go into a conversation about a partnership with that in mind, very clear about what you can bring to the table. So the first type of strategic partnership is the marketing partnership, and this is where you may be responsible. This is probably one of the most common types of partnerships, and this is where you are responsible for the delivery of goods, but another partner will be responsible for the sales and marketing of that. And I have one such partnership. So this is where I don't actually offer, there's a service that I don't offer directly. I have no interest in offering it directly, but I offer it exclusively through a partner. It's white labeled as their service, but behind the scenes, my company produces it. And so it's a really great way to partner. So it gives, what it does, the mutual benefit of this is that it gives an organization, it allows them to fill a gap without having the in-house resource to do it. So if they want to, say, offer a service that they don't, that their clients clearly want, but they don't have the in-house capacity to do it, but they want to do that, they can partner with someone. They don't have the headache of supplying it, figuring out how to deliver it. Someone else has that headache. All they have to do is market it and sell it to their audience, and that's it. And so it's a win-win for both. And so marketing partnerships tend to be a really common route to market. So if you're happy with your service being white labeled, presented to a market without your name necessarily being on it, sometimes it doesn't have to be white labeled. It can be quite clear that they're partnering with you, but it's a great way really to access a ready-made market that already has the need for what you offer, without you having to do the sales and marketing. But you have to make sure, before you kind of present these kind of opportunities, that there is a real need, that potential partner, their clients are really going to get value from it, and they as an organization are going to get benefit and value from working with you. And then you can work out the finer details of what that looks like. I'm not going to go into the finer details of what the collaborations could look like, just the types of collaborations that you can do. Another area where you see that this is quite common is in the car industry, where cars are produced by say Ford, but then there's loads of car dealers that then sell and market those cars without, they just get the cars from the manufacturer and then they just sell them as a dealership. And many of us are very familiar with that model in the car industry. And so, marketing partnerships are really common there. So that's the first example, marketing partnerships. So the next type of example is strategic supply chain partnerships. So we'll see this in the film industry. So where films are co-produced, so you have two production organizations, one might be big, one might be small, and they collaborate for the end product. So films are actually have multiple production houses or two production houses involved, and they create the end product together. Another example of this, so a smaller scale example, years ago I had this idea of having a product called Boss in a Box. A physical product. Yeah, you can have the idea if it resonates with you. I'm no longer going to do it, but it was the idea that, and in fact, I've seen variations of this quite a lot in the market since actually I've had the idea. But how I wanted to do it is I actually wanted to partner with organizations that had the products that I wanted to put in the box, but I would produce, the product would be under my brand. I would put the things together and it would be my product, but actually what was in the product would come from a number of suppliers. So I was thinking that I would partner with a journal company, pen company, that sort of thing. But actually the supply chain, there was partnership in the supply chain and what was supplied. So, a lot of times you might rule out launching an idea because you can't supply everything that is required to deliver that. But you should still consider that idea, because you could potentially partner with people, organizations that could help you in that supply chain. And so that's the beauty of strategic partnerships. It allows you to go bigger straight out the gate. It allows you to move forward on those big ideas because it's not just you. You're actually collaborating and you're pooling resources so that there is synergy. And there is enhanced benefit for not just you but another party. So it allows you also to think outside the box. So that's the second type, strategic supply chain partnership. So that's the second type. The third type is strategic integrations, and these can be really fun. So one place we see these is in the event industry. So you might have an event and then you might have multiple vendors. You might have a cake decorator collaborating with flower decorator or balloon decorator. So these happen a lot in the events industry. And so what you're doing is you're pooling resources, you're combining end products to create an enhanced experience. So strategic integration partners is one. One quite popular, Spotify and Uber. So drive along to great music on Spotify in the Uber, and so both brands get exposure as well. So both brands get brand exposure as well, and so you can create a really enhanced experience for your clients as well. So strategic integration is the third type partnerships. The next type of partnership is a technology partnership. So this is where you do not have all the technical know-how to deliver what you actually want to deliver. So this could be, for example, you might want to develop a technical platform. You might want to launch a platform. Now, you have the expertise on customer journey, user experience, and even design, but you do not have the expertise to develop that platform or even provide the technical support. So you would partner with a partner that does have that technical support. Equally, you might want to create a technical product and you can't develop the core components in-house. So you would partner with a technical partner that can deliver those components. So that's a technical strategic partnerships. And a lot of these things are happening behind the scenes, because the thing about strategic partnerships, you as the client may not necessarily know that they're strategic partnerships because you're just getting the end product. But behind the scenes, a lot of things that we use, a lot of businesses that we engage with, actually what they're delivering is based on strategic partnerships. And sometimes you'll be aware of that, but sometimes the offering is white labeled. And what I mean by that is actually it's branded by one company and provided by another. And so you may not have visibility of this, but strategic partnerships are responsible for a lot of business growth, a lot of launches, and they can be incredibly, incredibly powerful. So I think I said 5, but I think that was actually 4. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 types of strategic partnerships, not 5. So the first one is your typical marketing partnership. The next one is your marketing partnership, is your strategic supply chain partnership. The third one is your strategic integration partnerships. And the fourth one is your technology partnerships. But there's no buts, really. All of these types of partnerships can work, and partnerships are not limited to these 4, but these tend to be kind of the most common partnerships that you will see. And so when you're thinking about launching, really think out the box, really think about how can you increase your impact, how can you increase credibility, how can you deliver a product or service that is even more valuable than you might initially have had in mind by partnering with another organization. Like I said at the beginning, really excited about strategic partnerships this year. I think as we come out of COVID, we come out of these next 2 years, collaboration, creative thinking, and collective brain power, my 3 C's, we're going to see that increased as we come out of kind of this pandemic phase, and I'm excited to see those partnerships. There's real strength in it. Together, we can absolutely achieve more. And here at the Launch Strategist, we're definitely more about collaboration than competition. But if you've not considered strategic partnership, if you're launching at something out the gate, or even if you're an established business but you kind of want to get move in a new direction, or you want to increase momentum, definitely something you should be thinking about. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to drop them in the comment box, whatever platform you're watching on. Yeah, so drop them in the comments even after this live, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Once again, if you need any support with a launch, you want to know how to launch something significant successfully, perhaps you have launched something before and it hasn't gone to plan, or this is a really big investment for you and you want to make sure you stand the best chance of succeeding, you're going into a new area and you want some launch support, then definitely do get in contact with us. You can visit you can contact me on any of the platforms you might be watching this. Failing that, you can go to our website at thelaunchstrategist.com, or you can email us at hello@thelaunchstrategist.com. Thank you for those of you that were watching live or maybe catching the replay. And I will speak to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.